Hi guys, so it's currently 5:50 p.m. on, what are we, the 8th of June, exactly a month before my due date, and I had a midwife's appointment this afternoon, and I just mentioned to her that I had like increased discharge, but like really quite a lot. And I don't know, with Devon, when I had Devon, I noticed this one night and I called the hospital and they told me to come in and they'll check it, and they checked it and it was my waters, and then I had to get induced that night. And I mentioned this to my midwife, not about Devon's pregnancy but about this now, and she was like, oh, call the hospital. I was like, oh, okay. So then I got home and called the hospital, and they said to come in, bring your hospital bags just in case. So this could be the start of my birth vlog, which isn't how I would want it to start. So hopefully this isn't the start. I'm only 5 weeks. I'm only 35 weeks and 5 days. So yeah, in 2 days I'll be 36 weeks, but still that's a bit too early. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, this isn't the start of my birth vlog, and this and it's nothing. I'm also all by myself. Tyler got home from work and I just had to dash and leave him with Devon. I'm really nervous. I'm just parked up. I'm about to go inside now. I don't think I'll be able to pick up the camera when I'm by myself and update yous. But yeah, just let's hope that this is nothing and I can go home to my baby tonight and all is well. But I've got my hospital bags packed in the car. Luckily I had them packed. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, and yeah, wish me luck. I'm in the lift. I'm scared. My cheeks are so red. This happens when I'm like nervous. This happened when I was in labour with Devon. Literally the only other time that this has happened where I've gotten such red cheeks was when I was in labour with Devon. I'm so happy to be back in my car. I got my check done and it was negative. So it wasn't my waters, which I'm so relieved about. Just I was not ready for that to be my waters and for this to be it. I really wasn't. I've still got things to do. I'm not ready yet. But yeah, so she put the little thing and opened, and just to make sure and everything, she did the swab and all of that, and yeah, negative. Yeah, and then they put the ECG thing, the bands around my stomach, and they was measuring the baby's heart rate and my like contractions, or like, you know, uterus activity. I had one Braxton Hicks while I was there, and I felt it happen. I was like, I wonder if the machine's going to pick it up, because I really felt it, and it did. So that was crazy. But yeah, yay, back home to my baby and to my other baby, Tyler. Yeah, at least I didn't have to do the nighttime routine tonight. At least I got a night off, just laying there on the ECG, nervous, like bloody heart beating. But at least it was a break from doing the bath time routine. Oh dear. And now I'm just gonna go home, shower and bloody sleep. So after that little scare, nothing has really happened since then, but now it's just a couple of days later and we're up bright and early. I've got a scan today, so they're gonna, it's like a growth scan, because I've got those couple of issues going on with my placenta and my cord or whatever. So I've got this growth scan booked in just to see how Bubs is measuring. I'm really looking forward to seeing how big he is and if he is growing nicely and stuff like that. And also I will get them to measure my fluid. I'll tell them like what happened, but since it was negative for amniotic fluid, I don't think they'll have much to say about that. But who knows, maybe it is a leak and the test was wrong, I don't know. But today will tell. So yeah, I'll get them to measure the fluid. Well, they're going to measure the fluid anyway, but I'll get them to tell me. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated and let you know once the scan is done. I have a nice full bladder, which is not nice. I can't wait for this scan, and I'm a bit early as well, so we need to just chill in the car for a little bit. Sing, baby. Sing Skinamarink. Moon. Lovely song, beauty. Okay, so we've had a bit of unexpected news at the ultrasound. Baby, long story short, the main thing is that his stomach is measuring really small, like so small. I couldn't see what percentile, but it said like less than 5%, which is like a concern. So yeah, it was measuring very, very small. And the sonographer was basically like, she's gonna send my results to my OB now, like as an urgent, and that I'm probably gonna get going to get induced like sooner rather than later, because at this point it's probably safest for baby to be on the outside rather than the inside. Shush, baby. Sorry, as I was saying, the sonographer said that I'll probably get induced or something, because it's safer at this point for baby to be out on the outside than the inside, because it doesn't look like my placenta is doing what it should do. The stomach measurement has really dropped off. The legs are measuring on track. The head circumference is measuring on track. The head diameter is in the 9th percentile. I don't know what's the difference between the head diameter and the head circumference, and whether that means he'll have a small head, I'm not sure. Come out. Come out. But basically, yeah, I was not expecting that. And I think I'm gonna try and push to just get induced, because at this point there's too much going on. This pregnancy, I've not been to an appointment yet where they've been like, yeah, all good. Like every time there's something going on, and yeah, I just want him out in my arms where I can just give him my breast milk and know that he's growing on the outside, and just care for him myself rather than him being stuck in my stomach, because things obviously aren't working out there. Let's close this. So my results have been sent to my OB. They're not going to get to him until probably around lunchtime, so I'm going to try and give them a call just after lunch. And then if I can't get through after lunch, I might have to book a phone consult, bless you, which the phone consults with my OB normally happen in the evening, so I might not get to speak to him until the evening. But yeah, I think we'll talk about possible induction, but we'll see. I also asked her just to check my fluid. I told her like what happened the other night. I said the test did come back negative, but if my water's, you know, can you just check if there's much there or whatever. And she said your fluid is low, which doesn't really mean much. Yes, baby? Whoa, careful. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that I am losing water, but they are low, so that's made me think. So I'm gonna bring up the waters thing with my OB as well. But if I can't get through to him tonight, then I may go back to the hospital to get retested. They did my GBS swab when I was there the other night, which is good, so the results for that should be back by now. Otherwise, I haven't had my flu shot, which is really annoying. I tried to get it last week, I tried to get it 4 weeks ago, and every time I tried to get it, the nurses were either busy or it was just I was waiting, well, when I tried to get it a couple days ago, when I had my last appointment, I was sitting there waiting for over an hour, and I just couldn't. And that was the night that I went into hospital. My head just wasn't there, because I knew I needed to go into the hospital. I was like, I can't sit here waiting over an hour for an injection that I was supposed to have like so long ago. So I needed to book that in. Like, my plan today was to book in my flu shot. But yeah, that sucks. But other than that, I think I've had everything that I need. Like, obviously I had my whooping cough back when I was like 28 weeks. But yeah. The sonographer was saying to me, like, you're not gonna last till 20 weeks. When I left, she was like, I doubt I'm gonna see you again. It really sounded like, you know, she's done this for a long time. She's seen this before, and that I'm probably gonna get induced like ASAP. So yeah, she was like, have you got everything ready? I was like, yeah, pretty much. So now for the rest of the day, well, I had to stop and get Devon some nappies, and I needed to get milk. And then I saw a post on Facebook that Medela, all the stuff that's in Coles from the brand Medela, has gone on these like crazy sales. And I managed to get this this manual breast pump for $15. It was on clearance. I think they're normally like $60, and I got it for $15. That's like £7. That's so good. So I got this as well, because I like looked in the baby section, like, what else do I need? I was trying to get nipple shields as well, but they had all sold out. And what else? I also then just stopped in Kmart to get a couple of premature size clothes, because chances are, even if I don't get induced like within the next couple of days, they'll probably book it in for like next week or something. So I got a couple of outfits from Kmart, just cute little, because his legs are still measuring on track. I got the premature tops and the newborn bottoms, because with Devon, he had like pretty long legs and he fit straight into newborn. So I got like a little blue set, and then a little sage green kind of colour set. And then I've got a couple of other things. There's a couple of other premature bits that I've got for baby that I bought for Devon and never used. Can you put them back, please, baby? Can you put them back? Thank you. Yeah, so I guess I'm just going to gather up all of the premature bits and put them in the hospital bag, because the stuff that I've packed in the hospital bag is 4 zeros. But if I'm going to be delivering soon, I'll probably need 5 zeros, maybe even 6. But no, I'll just get 5 zeros for now. And I can just wrap him in a blanket. But oh wow, I can't even believe that I might be meeting my baby soon. This is just crazy. But I'll keep you updated. Hi guys, I don't really know where I got to on this vlog, but it's now Monday, and so once I found out about my scan on Friday, about the stomach measuring small, the lady told me to get into contact with my OB. So he ended up calling me on Friday night, and he basically just said, come in on Monday around lunchtime and get a CTG done, which is that thing where they put the bands around your tummy, like what I had the other night. And then he'll see me after. So today's the day. It's been a long weekend, like waiting for answers, and I'm really hoping that I get some answers today, because it's really starting to stress me out. I'm trying to keep as calm as I can, but I can't help but have so many questions running through my head about like what's gonna happen. Like, am I gonna be induced like soon? Am I not? Like, what's the deal? I've obviously been looking on Google, and most people do get induced by like 37 weeks. So part of me is thinking that I'll probably get induced at 37 weeks, which is, I'm 37 weeks on Thursday. So only a few days. But I just want to know what's going on. It's the thing that's stressing me out the most is the not knowing. If I knew what was going on, like, oh, if he tells me today, oh, you're being induced on Thursday, then I'll just be more relaxed, like knowing that that's what's happening, that's the plan, so chill. I've been cleaning my house like a mad woman. That's what I do when I have like anxiety. So yeah, I'm really hoping that we get some answers today, and that I'm not like, I don't know, put on the back burner. But I'll keep you guys updated, and yes. Hi guys, so an update.
Hi guys.
Say it again.
Hi guys.
Hi guys. So I went to see my doctor and run through everything, and obviously like I've had the most anxiety like from Friday finding out this information at the scan, and the way that sonographer spoke to me, just she seemed very concerned and was like, you know, you need to speak to your OB ASAP and all of that. And anyway, so I've been waiting and waiting for this Monday appointment. Hang on, baby. So I went in and I had my CTG. Baby was absolutely fine, really good movement. Hang on, baby. It's here. And I'm not going to keep getting it. No, baby. Devon. Anyway, so I was really surprised. So I had my CTG, it all looked good, and then I saw the doctor and he was like, oh baby, it's just a small baby. But that didn't sit right with me, because it isn't that he's a small baby. Like, his legs are on track. His like the reason, so he was sitting at the 5th percentile, but the way they worked that out is by they take an average of the femur length, the head circumference and the stomach, and then they make the percentile. But the other two are okay. It's the stomach that's completely off the chart. I have a chart written out, and it literally, it's not even on the grid, it's low. Anyway, so I went for my appointment, and yeah, he was just like, oh, he's just a small baby. And then I was like, okay, and what about the low fluid? Yeah, low fluid because he's a small baby. And he was very like thing, and then I was like, okay, so where do we go from here? I mean, from what I was told by the sonographer, it sounded like, you know, baby would be safer on the outside and la 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 la. And then he was like, just come in twice a week for a CTG, and next week have a scan. Anyway, I was like, okay. So I left that appointment, and it just didn't really sit well with me. It didn't sit right. I just didn't feel like he was taking any notice. And like when I was speaking to him, like he kept answering phone calls during our appointment. He kept saying things that were incorrect about my notes. So he was reading my notes, and he was like talking about things like my subchronic hemorrhage and my circumvallate placenta, things like that didn't relate to this new issue of the stomach being small. He was kind of talking about that. It just but he was talking about that because when I went for my hospital appointment, she was saying because of that I'll need to be induced at 40 weeks, but that was to do with that was nothing. The growth restriction hadn't happened at that point. He was measuring on track at 28 weeks. It's only started now. Anyway, so it just seemed very brushed off, and I don't know, it didn't sit right. So I was right around the corner from the hospital, so I just gave them a call, and I went in, got a second opinion. I actually ended up getting opinions from 3 other doctors who all were saying this baby needs to come out. There's no good him being on the inside. He's not growing. This is growth restriction. It's not that he's a small baby, because his legs and his head is okay, and his stomach isn't. She was saying that the femur length is a bone, the head circumference is a bone, like that's on track. When it's the stomach is fat, so when that's low, that indicates that there's a growth restriction on baby. Just because when they see that the stomach is small and the baby isn't getting what it should from the placenta, it takes the fat from the stomach to feed like the brain and like the major organs. So they were saying like this is a growth restriction, and this baby needs to come out. So I was at hospital all last night, like finding this out, and I'm going in tonight to start my induction. So I will see you guys in my labour and delivery vlog, which will be next.